Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keith, and welcome. You know, a lot of people don't like Mondays. They think that Mondays are a terrible day of the week. But for me, Mondays signify a couple of things. I love Mondays for three reasons. Number one, it's the start of something new. And number two would be Melly, and number three would be Amanda. Ladies from your Ottawa REDBLACKS Cheer and dance team who are joining me for today's talk. Ladies, how are you?
Good.
Good.
Excellent. Thank you so much for taking the time to come out today. I figured we'd switch things up a little bit. We'd come outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We could all work on our tans. It'd be good. So,
Some of us tan better than others.
so first of all, let's talk about what everybody in the 613 and the 819 is talking about. This fantastic game this past Friday.
So good.
The Ottawa REDBLACKS taking out,
Yes.
not taking down, but taking out the Montreal Alouettes. So, as people who had the best seats in the house, tell me about it. How was that game for you guys?
Definitely my favorite game so far. The Plaid Night, unreal. Fans were crazy, sold out game.
Yeah, that's always good. Selling out a game, that always feels good. You know it's going to be like a crazy game too. But yeah, no, it was a really great energy. Obviously, probably the best energy that we've had in a game yet. So, and those like crunching moments right before, like you're counting down, like there's a minute left, like those are, and they score the touchdown, like those are always like the best moments.
It's interesting because I've had conversations again and again about what's better, close games or blowouts. And I'll always take a REDBLACKS blowout win, but those close games just do something to the heart and gets you really excited and pumping. And it's funny because I had a colleague come to me today and say, Keith, I want to get tickets to a REDBLACKS game in September. And we're going through, and it's basically, there was a couple of pockets where she could get tickets for her and her husband, but mostly it was just singles.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show, like, Red Black
Yeah.
Fever is totally catching on.
Yeah, that's super exciting too.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. So what inspired you ladies to become a part of the team?
Oh, honestly, to join the team was a really last minute decision for me. I was friends with Steph Constantinitis before I joined the team. I worked with her previously for the government actually, and I had talked to her kind of here and there about it, and then I think like a day before I was like, Steph, am I still able to go and try out? And she said, absolutely, you just need to bring your headshot. So thank God I have a friend who's a photographer, and I went to see him. He did my headshot, I got it printed, and I was at the tryout the next day. So it was a really last minute decision, but I think like where the decision came from was that it was just something different, and I had actually stopped working at my previous job, so I needed something else just to compensate my time, and it seemed like a great opportunity. So
Now, did you have a background in dance at all?
yeah, I danced competitively for 8 years at a small studio in West Carleton, and then I stopped a year before I graduated high school, so I kind of had been out of my...
So you know what you were doing?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
It took a little bit to get back into it, but yeah, no, I'm really happy that I joined the team for sure.
I'm happy too. How about yourself?
Yeah, I've been dancing ever since I was young, and my old dance teacher used to be a CFL cheerleader for the Renegades.
Okay.
So I knew, she told me a little bit about it, and then I knew a lot of the girls on the team last year, and I really wanted to do it last year. So when this year came around, I knew that I was going to do it 100% and wanted to be on that team. It's really nice to just keep dancing, because after university and after you're out of competitive dance, there's really nowhere else to go. It's really nice that Ottawa has this opportunity now, because a lot of people go to Toronto, Montreal for dance experiences.
So a couple months in, how's it been so far?
It's been good.
Yeah, really
Like,
good.
We've really gotten used to each other, I think, super quickly, and we've grown like as friends really easily. And I know that coming into it, it was kind of intimidating because you are joining a team that already has vets, right? And those girls have spent like a year together already, so that was super intimidating to come into. But it's been a really easy transition, and everybody's been really great.
Yeah, and every year, of course, it just gets better and better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of the things too is that if you were to line up 10, 15 people from the team and say to somebody who hasn't been, like myself, come in every practice or a lot of practices and say who's a vet, who's new, they wouldn't be able to tell. I think it's very seamless.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
And I think one of the things is that everybody blends in with each other so well, and you guys have come together so well as a team, and I think it's fantastic. So what, I've been doing this now for a few weeks, and I'm loving it, because one of the things that I set out to do was to show people, there's a lot more to this team, like they're Transformers. There's a lot more than that meets the eye, because it's very easy for somebody to come into a game and just say, okay, they just come in and they cheer and they dance. A lot of people don't understand like the hours that you put in and what have you. What would you say are some of the biggest misconceptions that you might have encountered around cheerleading as a whole?
Probably the amount of time we put into it, because game days, I'm off of work the whole day. I go get hair done, makeup done, spray tans, and then of course go through the routines like in my bedroom at my house, make sure I'm ready for the game. So even leading up to the game and on game day, there's so much time spent into how we look and our performance.
Okay.
I think one of the biggest misconceptions about cheerleaders in general is that that's the only thing we do. But you interviewed Britt last week, and she's going to school to become a doctor. We have people who work for the federal government. Like, there's so many like different things that everybody does, and it's not just about cheerleading. A lot of people are super accomplished on the team, and I think that's like one of the biggest misconceptions, is that we're just dancers and we don't have anything going on outside of that. So yeah.
And I think the thing that really touches me is that everybody on the team just gives up so much of their own time to do it. And you hit it right on the head, like the amount of time that you put into it. But it's one of those things where I think, you know, there are a lot of people on the flip side of the coin that do appreciate it and do get it and do understand that they don't just show up, you know, at game day and look like this and then all of a sudden magically know these routines.
Exactly.
So I think that's pretty great as well. So speaking about, you know, things that we do outside of the cheer and dance team, and obviously you ladies represent the dance team.
Yeah.
So Amanda, I'll start with you. What do you have going on outside of?
I don't have a lot. I'm contracted currently full time with the government, so that's how I've been spending my summers. Otherwise, like after work, like I don't know, hanging out with friends, like just trying to keep it simple, because like
it's summertime.
Well, exactly. You're trying to stack too much into one day, you're gonna get tired, and you're not gonna enjoy your time. So I've just been taking it easy. Obviously, REDBLACKS takes up a lot of time, but I try and balance that out with spending time with my family. So that's been a big part of my summer.
That's awesome. Now, have you had a chance to partake in some community events as well?
I have.
And what's that experience been like?
Amazing. I know that a couple weeks ago we did an event for the Bengals cheerleading team, and they're 8 to like 12-year-old girls, and they're so cute, and they're so much fun. And actually, at the end of our last game, there was a bunch of them that actually were at the game, and they came up and they recognized me, and their cheer coach came up and recognized me. So that was really, really awesome. I don't know what other like event has been my favorite. I think we've done an event together, maybe. We did the NCAA.
On the CAFA?
Yeah, the CAFA. Yeah, we did that one together.
Hall, that one,
that was fun. I think like a lot of people didn't go because it was like a really nice Sunday and it was super hot out, and like I feel like a lot of people were hitting the beach, but it was still a really fun event. It was nice to see like all the football teams. So, yeah.
Now, before we get to what you do, I wanna build a little suspense here and say that you have done something that I'm going to say most men in the CFL, most players in the CFL haven't done. You have done something that most people that I know haven't done. And you've done something that I don't necessarily think I could ever do, but I'm still completely blown away that you did it. What did you do this past summer?
Well, I completed my first marathon in the Ottawa race weekend.
Okay.
I've done 3 half marathons leading up to that, and then my knees were starting to hurt, so I was like, okay, I need to do at least 1 marathon before my knees give out or I have any other body injuries. So I did that in May. And my time was I wanted a little bit of a better time, but it was still nice to complete it because 4 hours of running is pretty tough.
Now, I was just going to jump in. So for those who don't know, how many kilometers is a full marathon?
It's 42.2 kilometers.
So 42.2 kilometers.
Yes, it was tough.
I will be honest with you. I will be happy if one day I can do 5, maybe 10. And to me, I'd be happy with that. To me, I'd be happy with that. Like running for hours to me is absolutely crazy. So, but obviously that helps with the cardio and the conditioning that you ladies go through with the team, though.
Yeah, and I was really lucky to have my family bike along the whole route, and they gave me power gels and motivation along the way, and then my boyfriend had other friends along the way to cheer me on, so that was a really big part in it, or else I probably would have collapsed.
Okay, fair enough. So obviously we know that you're this accomplished runner. What else do you have going on?
I read a lot. I'm a big bookworm in the summer. And I scrapbook a lot. I really like to organize my pictures and go through them.
That's so
fun. Now, are you putting together like a scrapbook to reflect your time with the team right now?
Yeah. Actually, I was. Cool. Yeah, because I wanted to print a bunch of pictures. I was gonna wait till the end of the year till I get them all.
Okay.
But yeah, I have a scrapbook basically for every year. Since grade 9, for every year of my life, I've done a scrapbook.
That's so
cute.
So this will be included.
If I was to do a scrapbook of every year, you would just see different variations of an afro from when I was a little kid, and then you would and then I went through. Do you remember Belle Biv DeVoe? you remember Kid and Play?
No.
Oh my God, how old are you people? Okay, do you remember like a box hair?
Okay,
yeah. Okay, yeah. So like one of those types of things, and then I decided I wanted to become aerodynamic, and then I just started shaving my head. There's the history of my hair.
Easier.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. So listen, I know that you ladies have practice coming up tonight, so I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I know what you've been waiting for.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Rapid fire questions.
I've not been waiting for this.
Now, if you've been watching this and you say that you haven't, I'll
I'm
take you for your word. You
God.
already know what the first question is.
No.
So big fans. Okay, what is the last movie that you saw in the theater?
Oh, that's easy. I saw Ant-Man.
Did you like it?
I actually really enjoyed it.
Not
It was
bad,
a really
right?
good movie. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
liked
liked it too.
It was really like kind of comedic, and it had like it was a good mix. Good mix of stuff. Yeah.
I saw Magic Mike too.
Okay. I think you're the second or third girl that's come from the team and that said that. Okay.
We walked in the theater and it was all women.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
It was funny because when I saw it at the premiere, and again there weren't that many men, but I gotta say I liked it compared to the first one, which was kind of
there's
like
a lot more dancing.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh.
It was great.
Yeah,
Did you see my part in it?
Yeah.
If you blink, you'll miss it. I am like one of those people. Like something I do in my off time. Okay. All right. Who wants to go first on this next question? Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Okay.
I'll take one.
Okay. Tell me something cool about the person that's sitting to your left.
I don't know. Cool?
Like something that's really cool, awesome, great. Like
I don't know. You work for the hospital, don't you? You're a
Yes.
nutritionist for the hospital?
Yes.
I think that's
in
really
the
cool.
nutrition department.
Okay, well, I think that's really cool. I'd love to work for the hospital.
Okay. So off the top of your head, the cool thing about her is that she works
Works at the
She works at the hospital.
That's so cool.
Okay.
I would love to work at the hospital.
All right.
I do not.
Same question for her. Top
Yeah,
that.
it was her birthday yesterday.
Oh, that's
Okay.
not cool.
Yeah, it is.
That is. See, birthdays in this house. Birthdays are a big thing. I love birthdays.
Okay.
So I
guess it's kind of cool.
It's like it's a holiday. We're gonna get back to your birthday in a
Okay,
second.
okay.
Okay. If you could go out to dinner with anybody who's alive, I usually say dead or alive, but that's weird. Why do you want to have dinner with dead people?
Yeah,
If you could go out to dinner with anybody who's alive right now, who would it be?
Oh dear God.
I'd probably do Rachel McAdams.
Oh,
Because
Okay.
she's Canadian and she's my favorite actress.
Okay.
that was a
Yeah.
good choice. That was a really good choice. She's actually like one of my favorite
Yeah.
actresses. Oh, I don't know. This is so hard. I do not like rapid fire questions.
Rapid fire questions are awesome. This is like becoming the quickest game in Canada.
I know.
We're really fast.
Probably. I'm gonna say Lady Gaga just because she's so weird and I feel like it would be a really cool dinner.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Okay, moving on. So one of the things I noticed is that being on the sidelines, a lot of times you're facing the crowd, you're entertaining us, you're keeping us energized, you're just electrifying, and it's fantastic. But sometimes the play will come where, you know, a football player could come close to taking you guys out. Do you guys have like any sort of a code or a safe word to get out of the way, or is it just like, what do you guys do in that
We're supposed to be
situation?
facing the field in that situation.
Okay.
Sometimes
whenever
we're like,
ball's in play, we're
yeah,
facing the field.
I had the pleasure of almost getting run over in the what was the rainy game? It was the rainy
The
game.
Edmonton game?
Yeah, I almost got run over by two players and the football, yes, as well. So,
But if anything,
but I
we
was
would
not
just-
watching the field, so that was my fault. But it was quite funny. My mom's like, "Oh my God, I saw your boots on the TV." I'm like, "Okay, Mom."
Oh, jeez. Okay. Now, I'll ask each of you this question. So first of all, I want you to pick one guy from the cheer team.
Okay.
You can't pick the same guy. Just pick one
I'm
guy.
picking Jose.
Okay.
And who are you picking?
I don't know. Satya.
Okay. So next week, I have the guys coming over. So Melly, we're going to start with you. Give me one question you want me to ask Jose next week.
You should ask him to teach you some salsa dancing.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I have to change my guy now
Okay.
because I don't feel like there's an unfair advantage.
Okay.
I'm gonna change it to Martin.
Okay. So Martin. Okay.
Yes, and you need to ask Martin about his tattoo that he got this year.
His tattoo that he got this year.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, unfortunately, there are no home games this week. The good news is the team's going on the road, which I think is nice. Let them go collect a couple of road wins. Are you guys going to be watching the game this week?
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. Yeah, you are. So we're taking on Calgary in Calgary, obviously, this week. Any predictions?
I don't know.
We're always rooting for a win.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they've been playing really well lately, especially like last game. Burrows had really good plays. I thought he was playing really, really well last game, and they obviously have like picked up in the first quarter. They've been like scoring some touchdowns, which is really good.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Hopefully they're not cutting it as close. Hopefully they have a huge blowout. That would be really great. That would make me feel comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, well, listen, I know that you guys got to get out of here, but before we do, so it was your birthday yesterday.
Yes, it was.
So you know I'm a big movie guy. I always ask about movies. So here is a gift card for you to go to Cineplex. And when you go to the movies, you need a friend. So here is a gift card for you as well. And because I'm a man of my word, I had Stephanie. What's oh God? Who said oh God?
I don't. Yeah, that was me. I was like,
you settle down. I had
so nervous.
I had Stephanie here a few weeks ago, and it was just her birthday. So you guys are going to see her tonight. So you can give that to her as well.
Oh my gosh!
Lots
of
loot when you come for the interview. It's really absolutely awesome.
I love that.
Anything else we need to talk about before we head out?
I do not think so.
I think we're good. Yeah, awesome, ladies. Thank you so much for taking the time to come by. I really appreciate it.
Thanks
Absolutely.
For having us.
A lot of times people ask me, Keith, these wonderful people come to your house. How can I see them? The answer is pretty simple. All you have to do is head down to TD Place on game night and check out the Ottawa REDBLACKS Cheer and Dance team, the best cheer and dance team in the CFL. Can't say that I'm biased, but it is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time to check this out. My name's Keith, and that's my view from the 40.